If your team seems unmotivated and disconnected, the problem probably isn't their attitude, it's their activity. And throwing a bonus at the problem won't fix it. In fact, it usually makes it worse. So let's dig into low morale in your clinic and what you can do about it. I want to tackle a myth that I see private practice owners buy into all the time, that you can fix low morale with bonuses, social events, and a pep talk. You can't. It's just not sustainable. Morale isn't something that you give your staff. It's something they earn through progress, purpose, and production. So let me show you what that really means and how to turn things around without draining your bank account or your energy. So the first thing is the bonus trap. Now I talk to owners all the time who say, Sean, I think I just need some incentives in place, maybe a bonus system to get my staff all fired up. Now I've had many practice owners book their first call with me only to ask me about my favorite bonus plan. It's the first question that comes out of their mouth. So the response that I always give without exception is, what problem are you trying to solve, Bob, where you believe that a bonus plan would actually be the solution? It's always a production problem. He's trying to solve it by implementing a bonus plan. I get the intention. You want your team excited, bought in, and productive. But the truth is, morale doesn't come from a bonus. It comes from results. It comes from valuable production. If your team is underperforming or disengaged, throwing a bonus at them without a clear structure of accountability and production expectations results in you just paying more for the same output or worse. I've seen teams get bonuses and still not be motivated. Why? Because the bonus isn't tied to winning. It's tied to just showing up. That doesn't build morale. It builds entitlement. The moment you pay people to feel better instead of producing better, you've lost control of your culture. Morale is a production problem. So let me give it to you straight. If your team has a morale problem, you've got a production problem. I've worked with hundreds of clinics, and when I walk into a practice where morale is high, it's never because there's more social events. It's because they're winning. Their therapists are busy, the front desk is efficient, the schedule is full, and patients are seeing progress. Patients are referring. There's a buzz, not from having parties, but from purpose. Now contrast with a clinic that's slow. Gaps in the schedule, missed goals, patients canceling, staff walking around half engaged, talking about their weekend. That's where morale dies. Not from a lack of bonuses, but from a lack of progress. You can't expect people to feel great when they're not winning. They need to see their value and know that they actually created that value. In a clinic setting, value equals results plus valuable production, not busy work. You know, productive people complain a lot less than underproductive people. If you have several underproducing staff, you are likely hearing complaints from your team. You can make people so overworked that they revolt, strike, or walk out on you. But honestly, I've only seen that in maybe 1 out of 50 practices that I've come across. In many cases, I have found that when there's a sudden morale problem, there is a someone, a personnel, a person who is lighting the match and fanning the flame. Find the source of the fire and evaluate their productivity and efficiency very thoroughly. Don't just chase the noise. Find the one who lit the match that has resulted in a sudden morale problem that you are now forced to address. You want high morale? You need high clarity, high accountability, and high productivity. And here's what that looks like. Set clear weekly goals for your clinicians as well as your other staff. Have daily huddles where wins are shared, scoreboards so everyone can see how they're doing. Regular acknowledgement that's tied to results, not just the effort. Fast feedback loops. You want to celebrate progress whenever it happens and correct the missteps early on. You want to build a culture that earned morale, where people feel good because they're doing good. Add a bonus after those systems are in place and you've got a rocket ship. But a bonus before any of that, you're putting whipped cream on spoiled milk. The team doesn't need another pizza party. They need to win regularly, visibly, and together. So now what? If this is hitting home, if you're seeing a morale dip, if you're tempted to throw incentives at it, pause. Instead ask, are my people busy? Do they have clear goals? Are we celebrating results or just surviving? If you don't like the answers, you've got a production opportunity. And that's a great thing because production is fixable. I'd be happy to help. If you want to learn how to increase production without micromanaging, if you want to set up a system where your staff actually want to grow your practice, book a strategy call with me. I'll walk you through the same process I use with clinics all over the country to boost productivity, morale, and profitability without burnout. You can head to ptpracticesuccess.com and grab a time. No pressure, just clarity. Here's the big idea to take with you. Morale follows momentum. If your people are moving, growing, winning, morale will take care of itself. Don't lead with feelings, lead with purpose. And the results and the culture will follow. Thanks for watching. Catch you on the next one.